system can do is give her some sense of justice, which she has not gotten yet. We saw the touching moment between her and the investigator there. How difficult is that part of the job? How difficult is that part of the case, to be working this thing since 2009 and knowing so much, yet not being able to deliver that sense of justice for mom?
That's one of the hardest things that a detective has to deal with. I can tell in this video, just watching it, that this particular detective is very passionate about his job, and he wants nothing more than to solve this case for that mother. At least if he can just bring that home. One fear that most guys like him have is retiring and having a case like that open. It literally eats away at you. It's one of those things that can haunt you for forever.
All right, Lieutenant Colonel Adam Lee III, you have worked many cases like this. What will it take to wrap this up, and do you think they can do it?
Well, based on what I saw him say, the detective, I think he's very confident. It sounds like they feel like they're just one step away. It's going to take a witness. It's going to take somebody to come forth. And from what I've seen, that area, the Richmond-Chesterfield area, they do a lot of media coverage of cold case homicides. So quite possibly they might get a jailhouse confession. At least one or two or three, however many people were involved, they're going to go to jail for something else eventually. And sometimes people can't help themselves, and they like to talk about things they've done. So maybe one of them will be in a cell with somebody someday and say that, hey, I killed a security guard in Chesterfield or something like that. And then that individual will talk. And you get a lot of information sometimes in the jails or prisons from other people.
Lieutenant Colonel Adam Lee III, appreciate your expertise and your insight tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vin.
All right, folks, we'll be doing this every night, 9 o'clock Eastern, our Unsolved Case File. Also, check our social media pages so you can share these stories and keep a spotlight on them. So hopefully we'll have many less unsolved cases. When we come back, a horrific case out of Oklahoma, a massacre, 6 people, including 5 young children, shot to death. There has been an arrest. We'll have all the latest details next.
Check your free credit scores at Credit Karma.
Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries such as cerebral palsy and brain damage. As a dad of 2 beautiful boys myself, it's every parent's worst nightmare. What you may not know is that too often, medical negligence may have caused your baby's brain damage, no matter what the doctor or hospital says. That's why we believe that every child born with brain damage deserves a chance to have their file looked at by our firm for free. Our dedicated staff of nurses, medical reviewers, and attorneys are standing by to take your call. And having represented parents just like you, we work with your family to determine if and how much compensation you deserve. As America's largest injury firm, we've recovered billions for our clients. And you can even sign up with our firm from the comfort of your home. If your child was born with brain damage, please call us to receive a free birth injury lawsuit brochure and learn more about how we can help. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Call 1-800-602-9800.
Treating her patients is just the first step. But then Dr. Thompson goes a step further.
Let's look it up on GoodRx.
She helps them find the best prices with GoodRx.
I didn't know you could get discounts on the prescription. Yes, see? And it works at my pharmacy? Yes, it does.
Now that's caring.
Okay, I got it.
You're good with GoodRx.
Did you know? You could have earned real cash back on your last grocery trip. Just add offers, scan your receipt after shopping, and earn real cash back. Download the free app today for a $20 welcome bonus.
Whether it's advice on managing your anxiety or tools to help you stay grounded, Coping 19 provides a range of resources and self-care tips to help you cope with this pandemic. We can help. Find the resources that work best for you at coping-19.org.
Here's how to get the most out of your structured settlement or annuity. The facts are clear. If you receive regular payments from an insurance company, for example from a personal injury settlement or car accident, it's your money and your right to exchange some or all of your future payments for a lump sum of cash now. Whether you need a new car or to purchase a home, pay off credit card debt, or build a business, J.G. Wentworth can help you get the cash you need now. In the past year alone, J.G. Wentworth has helped people get over $349 million from their structured settlements, annuities, and lottery winnings. Many have gotten lump sums of cash now and still continue to receive regular payments going forward. The bottom line is that it's your money, and it's your right to get the cash you need now. Call J.G. Wentworth at 877-CASH-NOW. Learn how to get the cash you need now from your structured settlement. That's 877-CASH-NOW. Or visit jgwentworth.com. Representatives are available now.
The tragedy started playing out shortly after 1:30 a.m. Police received a frantic 911 call.
All I know is the call came in from a cell phone. I don't know who made that call at this time, but it was a call stating that there had been people shot inside the residence. Several people shot inside the home.
As officers rushed to the scene, they saw a man leaving the home with a gun. At least one officer fired at the suspect, but missed. He was caught a short time later. What police found inside was gut-wrenching.
Shock, disbelief, a great deal of sadness.
A child and woman were brought to a Tulsa hospital. That child would later die. The woman, police say, regained consciousness. Later in the morning, investigators went to great lengths to block the heartbreaking scene of the victims being carried out of their home. Police say the suspect, Jerron Pridgeon, isn't talking.
I haven't had contact with him. I just know that there was an attempt made, as there would be in an investigation like this, and he has chosen to not cooperate with the investigation at this time.
Unbelievable story out of Oklahoma. 6 people, including 5 young children, shot and killed. Horrific massacre. Take a look at the crime scene here. This is horrible in this neighborhood. What happened inside that home, unthinkable tonight. But as you heard, a suspect has been arrested. 5 children were killed. There they are. Jelaya, Jadis, Harmony, Nevaeh, Credence, ages 2, 3, 5, 6, and 9. This is beyond. We don't know much about the why of it all, but we did learn a lot more today during a press conference that was held by the Muskogee Police. It was a news conference about the shooting and the suspect and this incredible tragedy today in Oklahoma. Let's take a listen.
As I mentioned earlier, 5 of the children are deceased. 1 was transported to the hospital and died later. And then there's another victim that's at a Tulsa hospital. The suspect was taken into custody a short time later this morning, and his name is being released at this time. It's Jaron Dejon Pridgeon, and his date of birth is 3/21 of 1995.
What is his relationship to this family?
We don't have that information at this time. We just know that they all lived in the home.
Can you tell us if there was a relationship, though? This wasn't just a random.
It was not random, obviously, because they all did live in this home together. But as far as what all of those relationships look like, we just don't know that yet. As you know, the crime scene investigators just left the scene maybe 20 minutes ago. So they have a lot of information still to gather at this time, and so we just don't have answers to those questions yet.
Do you have the names of the adult victims?
No, we do not have that information yet. As you can imagine, we want to make sure that every family member knows what has happened today. And so until we are sure that that's happened, we're not going to be able to release any names at this time.
Was there anybody else in the house at the time that was uninjured?
I don't know the answer to that yet.
Can you release the names, or not the names, I'm sorry, the ages of the children?
I don't have that yet either.
Can you talk about the condition of the survivor so far?
We know that that person is conscious, so I would say stable condition at this time, and we don't have anything further on that person's condition yet. I don't know. I know there were some investigators that were going to go to Tulsa, and I don't know if they've had an opportunity to do that or not.
Has Jerron been interviewed?
Not at this time. I don't believe that he was cooperating.
Usually the city is staying away.
Yes, that's correct.
What goes through your mind as, a leader here in the city when something like this happens in your community?
Shock, disbelief, a great deal of sadness. As you all have to cover this, so you have to hear details all the time too as reporters. It never is easy to talk about these kind of stories. It's difficult. We're concerned about our officers, the families. It affects our whole community. So just a lot of sadness today.